Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharida and welcome. And in today's video, I am going to grant your request. When I did my most expensive fragrances video, you said, Sharida, yes, we would love to see your most affordable fragrances or cheapies. So that is what I'm giving you today, and we've got a good mix. These are going to take you really throughout the year. You've got some that are going to be great for spring and summer, a few great for fall and winter, and some are, you know, signature scent worthy. And no matter your style, whether if you like the inspired by dupes or if you love original scents, I've got you covered. So without further ado, you all, let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. Now, before we start, as always, be sure that you are subscribed to my channel. And if you find any value in the content along the way, please be sure to give your girl a big thumbs up, as it helps me to grow here on YouTube. So I don't even know where to start. Okay, let's start with one that I have had for a while. I don't think I've talked about it yet because it's not quite the time of year to talk about it. But if you are in the market for a really delicious gourmand coffee scent, then Paris Corner's Eternal Coffee is also delicious. So if you like fragrances like French coffee, which is really hard to find right now, if you want something that to me is just a little better, something about Eternal Coffee wears more lactonic and it wears sweeter, and it's just something that much more delicious about it. What I love about this one is it has a lot of creamy milkiness to it because it has lactonic notes working all up and through this fragrance. You have lactones, okay, which is going to be like a molecular creamy lactonic note. You also have that caramel. You also have coconut. You also have milk. So I'm telling you, if you want something rich, delicious, literally like a cup of cappuccino with extra sugar and something a little fruity about this, almost like you ask Starbucks barista to just put a drop of raspberry syrup or something in your coffee, then that is what you're going to get here. It has official notes of coffee, milk, and caramel in the top. You have middle notes of coconut, lactones, heliotrope, and base notes of musk, sugar, tonka bean, and a gourmand accord. So for this price point, the beautiful scent and the amount that you're getting, which is definitely going to be, you know, 100 ml, if I'm not mistaken, just looking at the size of the bottle, you're going to get your money's worth and then some. This one, I feel like, yeah, like I said, definitely better suited for fall and winter. But if you're someone who just really loves coffee fragrances and you do want to wear them all year, you can still do this one because it doesn't wear too loud and heavy, even though it is a really, truly beautiful, rich coffee experience. Again, this one is Eternal Coffee and absolutely delicious by Paris Corner. So this next one is an oldie, but it is a goodie. I wore this yesterday, and you almost are a little bit in disbelief that this is a celebrity fragrance, and B, just, I feel like I got this for under $20 on Amazon, you guys. So this is lovely, and this is from Sarah Jessica Parker. You don't have to have a lot of money to smell like you have a lot of money, and this is just a prime example of that. Even right on down to the packaging, I feel like this is such a beautiful, chic, understated design for a bottle. Even this little like ribbon detail that goes around the top, the typeface that they have on the bottle, this is a beautiful, almost luxurious experience. And when you wear this, like, you almost, like if this was in a Celine bottle, okay, or in a niche bottle, you would be paying so much because the scent gives so much. So you open with lavender, martini, bergamot, mandarin orange, and palisander rosewood. You have middle notes of patchouli, orchid, narcissus, and you have base notes of musk, woodsy notes, cedar, and white amber. And this has a sweetness to it, but this is without a doubt a very beautiful grown woman, sure of herself, woody, musky fragrance. There is definitely a beautiful aromatic quality from that lavender, but again, done in a very feminine way. And lavender, we rarely see it in feminine leaning fragrances because it is harder to do. It is harder to pull off. You know, you have your really sweet Monguerlons, newer to the market, the Burberry Goddess, and those have lots of sweetness working to make it, you know, give that feminine edge. But this is, it's a little sweet, but it's not all that sweet, and it's just this beautiful complexity of notes that is making it all come together to create a very classic feminine fragrance. So what I love about this is, though it's feminine, it is not drenched in sugar and florals to make it work. Again, the way they have created this is just like, wow, you know, like this is how you hit the market with a celebrity fragrance. And this came out so long ago, and I feel like it still hits. It still sells, flanker after flanker after flanker. Even the body mist, okay, smell great for this line. This fragrance is almost 20 years old, and it has not aged. It has not aged one day. So if you're looking for something really sophisticated, you want to smell really pulled together for work, you want to smell beautiful and luxurious, but you don't have the money for that, or you do have the money, but you are not into spending a lot of money on fragrances. I'm not sure why you subscribe to me, but if that is the situation that you're in right now, Lovely by Sarah Jessica Parker, please, 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 please check it out. I would hear so many creators rant and rave about this perfume when I first got into fragrances, but I was just like, honey, how good could it be? It's a celebrity fragrance, and you know, you turn up your nose to those $20 fragrances, but some of them really will shock you and surprise you, and that is what this one did for me. So this one, again, this is the original Lovely, and this is from Sarah Jessica Parker. Next up is an inspired by fragrance, okay? And the shocker, you know, the gag is for me that this is inspired by fragrance for a fragrance that I hate. If you are new here, okay, BDK is a very hard, difficult house for me. I have tried that beloved Gris Charnel so many ways, front, side, back, front, up, down, many decants, travel size. It just does not work with my body chemistry. I have smelled that fragrance on my daughter and thought it smelled absolutely lovely. For me, on my skin, the spices get very rubbery. That cardamom is just not cardamomming in the right way for me. And this is what I always try to iterate, especially to people new to fragrances. They will tell you that you're lying about the way something smells. And it's just like, well, this is how it smells to my nose on my skin. I cannot help that every third fragrance that you may put on may smell like bologna and body odor and musk. That's a personal problem. Your diet, body chemistry, the weather, where you live, all of these things will impact how something smells. We all have different experiences. So for me, even though I know people ride for that Gris Charnel, ride or die, people like literally act like it's sacrilegious when you say you don't vibe with it. I don't vibe with it. I have tried. I have tried. I want to literally be a part of that committee, of that group, on that train, but I couldn't, okay? Enter London Fog. Y'all, this is from Juliana's Perfumes, and so I get it now. I get the love for Gris Charnel because this one completely captivated me. Something about the way the chemicals, the ingredients, combined with my skin, my oils, my body chemistry, that just work. This smells like absolute heaven on me. And like I'm telling you, like I understand the love for Gris Charnel now because of the love I have for this one. So London Fog has top notes of cardamom, fig, black tea, heart notes of iris, bourbon vetiver, and base notes of sandalwood and tonka bean. So this is an X straight, you guys. So it wears beautifully. It has amazing sillage and longevity. And it's a 40 ml for $40. So you cannot beat this price point for the scent that you are getting and for just the everything, y'all. The quality of these Juliana perfume inspired bars are just, first of all, I love the fact that they tell you straight up, this is what this is going to probably give you or smell like. It's scary shopping the Middle Eastern market because it's almost like you have to have this whole conversation about, is this supposed to be a dupe? is this an original scent? Honey, you don't know what you're getting, because sometimes the notes on those fragrances can be very smoke and mirrors. So when you have someone like Juliana's giving you, hey, this is a fragrance we're creating and this is an inspired by version of, it is very clear on what you're purchasing. So you can purchase with more confidence. And it's just like, wow, this really blew me away. I just sprayed it. When I get my samples from Juliana's, I just spray them. Oh, okay, this is what this is supposed to be, because I've smelled that. I know what this is supposed to be. I sprayed this one. I was just like, damn, this smells good, and I ain't never smelled this. So now let me see what this is supposed to be another version of. Great doggone Charnel. I would have never, ever, ever guessed. This smells so beautiful. If BDKs did not work out for you, but you kind of wanted to love it, but it wasn't working, give London Fog a try. Absolutely beautiful, phenomenal fragrance of quality that will save you your coins. Next up is one that I have been ranting and raving about, and I just love it because it's so fun, it's so bright, it's so uplifting, and it's just what summer is about. This is Batikh. So this is going to be definitely a gorgeous watermelon fragrance, and they are really giving you watermelon 100%, you guys. So many times you see watermelon in a fragrance and it's very fleeting, or you get it like, you know, a little bit in the opening, kind of, sorta, and then it turns into something else. Wave child, okay? This one is your delicious, almost gourmand watermelon. It smells like just bubblicious watermelon or watermelon airheads. If you want something very candy-like and you want a dominant watermelon fragrance, then this is your girl. And you can get the 100 ml for still under $50. Now this one, the performance is not all that great, and I wouldn't expect it to be like some 12-hour performing beast for this price point. But if you overspray this, okay, maybe top yourself off every 3 or 4 hours, you're going to smell delicious all day. So this features top notes of pear, cologne, tangerine, and you have middle notes of watermelon, strawberry, apple, and rose. Base notes of praline and musk. The praline is so sweet, you guys. The musk and the rose are really beautifully done, and they elevate the scent. So whereas this could definitely have gone very childish, very cheap, honey, they have figured out how to work these fruits, still let the watermelon shine throughout the life, and it's just a little sophistication to this. They really, like, they have really done a wonderful job with this here cheapie. So if that's the vibe you're going for, if you want something really fun, sweet, delicious, and fruity for summer, and you don't have any watermelons, or you've been on the hunt for a good watermelon, then Batikh is absolutely a star. This one is actually an original scent, and this is from Aroma Concepts. Next up is going to be a beast, okay? Yes, you can still have beast molds for like $30, $40. If you get to these Middle Eastern brands, all right? And so this one, I mean, I'm just in love with this scent. This gives me so many compliments, particularly from men, and I don't know how or why, but I love it. Like, I did not think I was going to vibe so well with this scent. God, and I did not think this is going to be a compliment magnet, but it is. So this is Shaghaf's Oud Tonka from Swiss Arabian. You don't even need nothing but 4 or 5 sprays. I still overspray. Okay, that's just me. But baby, you smelling good for 12 hours. You smell everybody smelling you. And something about it is just, it's very luxurious. It's still fresh. It's very heavy on the Tonka, but you've got these florals. Okay, and so even though I'm going to talk about another one that has some tonka bean in it, they are very different. This is going to be your fresh, bright, feminine, uplifting tonka bean scent, almond scent. So if you enjoy fragrances like that, but you want something that is going to shine and garner the attention for spring and summer, then this is one that you must check out. You absolutely must. So this fragrance opens with almond. You have middle notes of cinnamon, Tunisian orange blossom, and Turkish rose, and you have base notes of tonka bean, vanilla, and amberwood. So just the notes, how they were presented, I thought I was going to get something a little deep, a little dark, super spicy, and it was the complete opposite. Again, very much so fresher wearing, but the blending of this rose and the orange blossom together, this doesn't, like, you would have had to tell me there was orange blossom in here, because it just comes across in a really beautiful, unique, well done, like powdery, and sophisticated way. This is so good, you guys. It is so good and I love it, but it's not going to be love for everyone. So definitely buy with caution. It's not going to break the bank. If it doesn't work out for you, you can always sell it, whatever. But I think, in my opinion, that this is just such a stunner, especially for this price point. So Shaghaf Tonka, a dream, okay? A dream and a beast. This one, again, is from the house of Swiss Arabian. So these next two I want to talk about together. Now, one of these are going to be on the higher end of affordable, and the other one is definitely in that like $50, $40 range. And what I wanted to do was definitely keep these under 100, but for the majority of these, you guys, you can get for $50 and under. So this first one just has my whole heart. Heal the Way. This is from the house of Snif. So Snif is a house that you can get some really unique niche smelling fragrances that are fun, that offer something different to the market, but they're not obscenely priced. Now the caveat is you do get these small bottles, 30 ml, but at least you get a full bottle experience for still under that $100. I wish they had 100 ml offerings, at least 50. Like, can we at least, Snif? But Heal the Way is a very unique pistachio fragrance, and it just, something about this smells almost like snickerdoodles and pistachio. That's what I get. I get gourmand vanilla cookie with some spiciness, even though there are no spices listed in here, topped with some sprinkling of pistachio. That is what I get. But the notes, you're gonna be like, okay, what is this gonna smell like? So that's what I'm giving you. Like, this is what you're actually gonna get, but the notes are gonna suggest you get something very different. There's a Divana mention in here. And honey, please pump the brakes. Don't worry. It's not going to stand out. It's not going to smell green at all. This perfume is just this wonderful mix of this smells sophisticated and complex, but then there's this air of simplicity to it as well. So again, very hard to describe. You just have to get your nose on this because it wears exceptionally beautiful. So this has notes of vanilla absolute, pistachio, palo santo, amber, musk, and divana. The fact that you have things like divana, palo santo in there is what's going to give it a very unique niche smelling quality. But again, lots of amber, lots of vanilla, some pistachio, but definitely a very unique smelling pistachio to the market that doesn't smell like all the others that we're getting. All of the, you know, pistachio ice creams and gelatos and dupes of Yum. This is just offering something a little different. Very, very, very well executed scent. So if this is still a little out of your price range, or you don't like the idea of paying like 60 bucks for a 30 ml, you can get a delicious pistachio fragrance from Pistache. Okay, they actually have an eau de parfum, and this is called Pistachio Biscotti, and you literally smell like a piece of pistachio biscotti. You have walked into Starbucks and you have gotten your coffee, and on the side, honey, you have got some pistachio biscotti, and it is so literal and so delicious, you guys. I just cannot, because when you get that biscotti, it's like an almond base, and so you have that here, but you still get the pistachio, and you get a really realistic almond dessert because you have also a cherry note. To me, when I have an almond dessert or almond cookie, it's a very fine line between the almond and cherry, but for some reason there is just always this hint of cherry whenever I taste almond, and you have all of that in this one fragrance. And I think this one retails for about 40 something dollars. The performance on it is not just phenomenal, but it does smell different from the body mist. Okay, so I don't think you're getting the same thing. I actually use the body mist first because the body mist is dang near like an oil. It's like a spray oil. It's so oily. And so it's going to help this one adhere to the skin and last a lot longer. Just a tip. But this one has official notes of cherry and biscuit. You have nutty notes, cinnamon, spices, and floral notes. And you have base notes of vanilla, tonka bean, and sugar. It is very sweet, okay? A hint of spice, definitely giving that cookie biscotti, you know, vibe. And I just love the play of these nutty notes in their cherry. It is so delicious. Definitely for the gourmand girly in you. And there's almost something like a little creamy. So the way that tonka bean plays in the base, phenomenal, phenomenal gourmand. Again, overspray. May have to top it up because it doesn't have the best longevity, but hey, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad sometimes when you're dealing with these cheapies, but this one is absolutely gorgeous. So another one that does feature a little tonka, lots of vanilla, some spiciness, wears unique to anything else that I have mentioned today that has tonka or that has cinnamon. Okay, so this is from Lattafa. This bottle is so over the top. So this is Sehr, and this one features bitter almond and cinnamon at the top, but again, very different from the perfume that we just mentioned. Then you have Pomerose, which is a proprietary note. You've got some Akigala wood and jasmine in the mid. You have tonka bean, vanilla absolute, and amber in the base. So for the longest, when I got this, I couldn't pick up on anything that smelled remotely like Akigala wood. Now that this bottle has had time to sit and macerate, I smell it very, very faintly. Usually that is a very dominant, wearing prominent notes that comes off a little strong in a scent, and really not getting that here. Again, I can finally pick up on it, but it is definitely playing in that background. So no, it doesn't smell like Camera, if you're wondering that. It doesn't smell like anything that I've smelled. Okay, it is a beautiful vanilla forward. Slightly spicy scent because you definitely pick up on that cinnamon, and no, it doesn't smell like Angel Share, if that's what you're wondering. It definitely does smell unique because you definitely get lots of tonka, get lots of amber, vanilla, and the middle notes are really there, giving it a beautiful quality. The molecular rose that's mentioned, the Akigala wood, and that jasmine really do play wonderfully together. So if you're looking for something that is luxurious smelling, really vanilla forward and ambery, and you love tonka in your fragrance, this one is going to be beautiful. I feel like this one is definitely going to be better suited for fall and winter. I do wear mine now because it doesn't wear loud, thick, and heavy, but it is a beautiful ambery vanilla. That is how I describe it. Very different from what we have here, because this one too is like a tonka amber scent. This is your freshie, and this is your more ambery, you know, syrupy take on it. Again, this one is Sehr, and this is from Lattafa. All right, you guys, so that is our video for today. Please drop me a comment below and let me know some of your favorite affordable or cheapie fragrances. I'm dying to know because I can always add a few more to my collection as well. So it has been real, you guys. Be sure that you are subscribed to the channel. I will catch you guys on the next one.